I've come to the point of the journey where it's time to step back. And I've given all of what I have to a few people, most of who are here. And it's now in your court. It's yours. But it has its way of making you it, if you like it or not. So the path forward for all of you who have been with me up to now, in the immersions and in the pillars, is surrender. To keep going beyond your resistance, to know something larger than yourself is now here. So the important thing is to get the collaboration of your intelligence, because otherwise it'll be taken over by your resistances and your habits and your conditioning. And that simply creates more suffering and delays the integration of what has come to you. So I was walking through the Dallas Fort Worth airport in the midst of a complete chaos. Unspeakable thunderstorms and lightning and canceled flights, and internet hacking had created this where hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people were frantic. And I was with such my maneuvering through, seeing lines blocks long in the terminal of flights that have been canceled and people not being able to get answers, or flights being changed, not being able to move quickly from one place to another to catch their next flight. And I was eating it all. I was just like a vacuum, experiencing everybody's distress. I was looking for a place to sit, to just handle it, to hold it. I couldn't find any chairs. So it was a real opportunity for me to hold that which I would not have encountered in any other circumstance but that one. And of course, we had started the flight on Wednesday. We didn't arrive here until late Friday. So much of that is still here. Now, I have two ways to interpret this. One is I have collapsed, and I've given away my energy, and now I'm just another human being in the fray. And the other way is, this is the work, to hold the impossible, to be in the Holocaust, to be an expression of the Holocaust, just not allowing it to have its play. So you may find yourself encountering circumstances as time goes forward where your mind would not want it. If you find those points of resistance, then those, each one, are your doorways to becoming a more fully integrated expression of the possibility that is now with you. And I assure you, that's the purpose. That's the purpose of your relationship with me. And it will have its way sooner or later, this life or next, or the one after. But it's no longer a human life. It's a true, real, divine life that is for the world, for all of us, and for all who have yet to be born into this. So these discourses are a transitional offering to all of you, including anyone who's new, that goes back to the foundational orientation of my work. which is to give you a context for your existence that empowers you to know the purpose of your seeking, the purpose of your failures and your losses, the purpose of life itself, not just for all of us, but for you in particular. So what I'm drawing on is my lineage. Those teachers that I directly experienced, met, or found that they had actually joined me before I even awakened to prepare me for what I've been doing these last 25 years. So there are mysteries upon mysteries that we can't access because we're so self-involved in the structures of our embodiment. But I have met them, and so have these that I will share the wisdom from, and I will expound on that. I will enliven them like I have with the Gita. I will bring them into existence newly to whatever extent I can through these discourses. But it will not be linear. It's going to come from whatever resonates that needs to be expressed. But my intent is these are going to be thematic. That means that one will lead to the other in the preparation of a way of holding what you are and what you likely becoming, no matter what stage of the journey you're on. And it'll be these that I will empower those who are with me, who are in my inner circle, or in the circles that are forming around the inner circle, to have a modality to actualize, to speak, and to participate with others, the quality of what you've become, so that they can become that as well. The great circles upon circles. This is the fulfillment of the purpose of New Dharma. It was never to be about this one person. It was always about the world. When I didn't have a choice on that, I didn't seek this individually. The universe called and chose me, as it's doing for many millions of souls on the planet. Ready or not, here it comes. Because it's using people who can receive this call as a means to bring about a new evolutionary shift in the collective consciousness. But most don't recognize the call, don't want to be chosen. They want their samskaras. They want what they want. So they resist. And the resistance creates a profound turmoil because it's a struggle between the soul and the ego. Dejection. We become periodically defeated with whatever it is, much more rapidly than other human beings. Carry much more stress than other human beings because despite our ego's resistance, we're opening up. We're being forced to expand outside of the domain of our self-interest and our fears and our petty complaints and projections. The great gift of this work is to let you know that you chose this. But if you don't choose this, then I have nothing to do. Then you will go the way many will go who have turned away from the call. And then another life or another time in your life, you will come to seeking again and see what happens then. But more than likely, it'll be a repeat of what you already chose. You know, it's so hard to break out of the box of your past. Almost impossible without help. Without someone who's broken out of the box, who's living. Not an abstract figure that carries all types of teachings, but a living demonstration of one who lives in the truth of it. And how do you know? Your soul will know, but you may not want to know. So that's how it is. So I give these teachings without an agenda. They may fall on unyielding soil, but I will give them to the world for those who are close to me to use as a preparation to coming to the fullness of the languaging of your own realization in a way that can serve others. To be able to name your own experience in a way that can empower others to name their own experience. Because when we can name it, we can own it. And when we can own it, we can discard it or we can include it. And that's the power we carry. The power of self-aware consciousness, of aware human beings.